the student version of a student who does live in a hostel. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video, and today's video is actually part 2 of the cost of living in Turkey, and this is gonna be the student edition. Okay, if you've watched my part 1 of this video, if you haven't watched it, I'm gonna leave a link in the description box. Make sure you go watch it. I talked about the living expenses in the country, in Turkey, and that included the apartment, the electrical bills, the water bills, the internet, transport, and stuff like that. And in this video, I'm gonna be talking about the student version, about a student who does live in a hostel. So we're gonna be talking about the expenses. So let's get into the video. Okay, so let's first of all talk about accommodation, of which is the hostel accommodation. It's gonna be a state hostel or a private owned hostel. So let's talk about the state owned hostel. This is really like cheap. And the prices do start from like 200 Turkish liras to about 400 Turkish liras a month. And of course, I'm gonna put here according to the dollar equivalent of today, and I think $1 is equal to 8.5, if not 8.4 as of today. I'm gonna cross check, but I'm gonna leave the values as well for you guys to see. But the prices do start from like around 200 Turkish liras a month, of which is really cheap. And you don't have to worry about the electricity bills, the water bills, the internet bills, the apartment fee bill if you're staying in a hostel. So you're just paying there about 200 Turkish liras or 400 to 400 Turkish liras a month, and you have nothing to complain about the other bills. But the crazy thing is that if you're staying in a government, in a state-owned hostel, then you are going to share your room. And let's say you're paying 200 Turkish liras for a room, and you might share a room with other 3 people, like you might be 4 people or 8 people in a single room, of which that's really crazy. Just imagine you're going to uni and you're sharing a room with 4 other people, 8 other people in the room. That should be somehow hard, because you don't have any kind of privacy. You are not going to control everybody, because it's really hard to control such a large number of people, and also college students. Just imagine that is gonna be somehow a challenge. But other than that, you don't have to worry about the other bills, so you're going to spend less and maybe sacrifice your privacy for that. Anyways, let's talk about the private owned hostel. So if you are to stay in a private owned hostel, then that means you might pay around 1.5 Turkish liras to maybe 3,000 Turkish liras a month. And the good thing is that these private owned hostels, you either stay alone in a room, or you are going to share a room with some other roommate of yours. You might be 2 people in the room, depending on the standard of your room, your preferences, according to what you're going to pay. Otherwise, staying 2 people in a room, it's a little bit better compared to living in a room with 8 other college students. So when it comes to the room hygiene, when you are 2 people, I think it's easy to control everything in there, to control your privacy. It's even way better than when you are so many people, as compared to the way you live in a state-owned hostel. And the other thing I'm going to talk about the state-owned hostel is that you're staying there, and it's always okay when you are there during the school times, but the problem also does come in when you are on holiday, especially summer holiday, because summer holidays are like three months, sometimes 4 months. So just imagine that 3 months you have to leave like your hostel. You are usually allocated to another hostel, so you have to go to the hostel that you've been allocated to. So it means moving every summer holiday, of which doesn't sound anything cool. And also the fact that there are so many people in a room, when you talk about personal hygiene, we people are different, and just imagine different people, girls, everybody has their own understanding of personal hygiene, cleaning. And if you are so many, I'm so sorry, it's gonna maybe sag a little bit if I say it that way, I don't know. Yeah, so that's the case, but you are going to end up spending less. Okay, so if you're staying in a hostel, let's say state-owned or private, it doesn't matter, you are still going to spend on transport money. Okay, maybe let's say your hostel is within your uni, then you are not going to worry about your transport money. But if your hostel is a little bit far away from your uni, then you are going to pay for your transport and stuff like that. Maybe if you take taxi sometimes, or you are going to pay for the transportation if you go somewhere else apart from your uni, because we might have some things to do downtown, so you might pay for that. So you're going to spend like approximately 120 Turkish liras a month for your transportation. I'm also gonna leave the equivalent of the dollar according to today. Okay, so you're spending on your accommodation, you're spending on transport, and you're also going to spend on your mobile phone bills, because you need to make calls, you need to use the internet if you're outside of your hostel. So this is going to cost you like 40 to 50 Turkish liras a month for your phone bills, your internet and your SMS, something like that. It's usually bought in a packet, so it depends on the line you're using. So it's like 40 or 50 Turkish liras a month, and yeah, so you're going to add that as well. As I said, it doesn't matter where you stay in, you are going to have other extra expenses. These are not fixed expenses, so it means sometimes you might want to go out with friends for some lunch, for some dinner. You'll definitely have to spend when you're there. So on average, just like I said before, that on average a basic meal, a drink, you might end up spending like 80 Turkish liras if you go out, so bear that in mind. And if you take some alcohol, then you might end up spending even more. So if you don't take any alcohol, then that's way much better. Yeah, so you might as well want to spend some cash on some coffee, some ice cream. That is also going to add up to your extra expenses. You might go shopping sometimes, because fashion keeps on changing every day. And if you've been in this country, you know that every season new clothes. So if you like shopaholic, then okay, I'm so sorry, you're gonna end up going to the shops to buy things here and again. And in a month you might end up spending like something from 2,000 to 3,000 Turkish liras on your extra expenses. But if you add up to all these expenses, it's still less as compared to if you stay in a full apartment. So yeah, you're better off on that. And one thing that I didn't talk about is the tuition fee. I didn't want to mention about the tuition fee because most of the students are on scholarship. So of course some people will have to pay the tuition fee on their own, so I didn't include those people who are paying their tuition fee. I just talked about the people who are on scholarship. So I'm actually thinking about making another separate video about the tuition fees in the universities here in Turkey, because when I compare to the even my own Malawian universities, or even the American universities, or some of the European universities, I can tell that the tuition fees here in Turkey is way less, especially in the state-owned universities. And of course the private-owned unis, the tuition fees is way higher. And the tuition fees also usually depends on the department that you're studying, and medicine is always always has the highest tuition fee. And it also depends on the country where you come from. Okay? Say I'm from Malawi, I have to pay like 3 times more. And I have some colleagues from Afghanistan, they have to pay, I think, is it 1.5 times, I think, something like that. So yeah, so it's crazy that even your origin, your country of origin determines the amount of tuition fee that you have to pay to the uni. It sounds crazy, I know, but yeah, it's true. That's a fact, that your country of origin also does determine your tuition fee amount that you have to pay. So as you can see, living in a hostel, you spend way less. And on the express as well, one thing I forgot is that on vacation weekends, you wanna travel to other cities, cause Turkey has amazing places, guys, to see. So you can't just stay in your hostel on some weekends or some long weekends. You just wanna go somewhere, see places with friends, come back. So if you're traveling as well, that's an extra expense, so you have to add that to expenses as well. Yeah, so you're gonna spend on your travels, your shopping, your coffee, your ice cream. And let's say on average, if you are on a scholarship, that is, that means I'm not adding the tuition fee, you might be spending something around maybe, let's say 2.5 to 3,000, even less, if you're staying in a hostel, which is way better. And I'm gonna leave the dollar equivalent. This is even, I think, less than $500, yeah, a month, which is pretty good, I think. Yeah, so this is all I had for you guys in this video. This is all I just wanted to talk to you. If you have anything that you want to know, please don't hesitate, leave a comment in the comment section down below. I'll be glad, I'll be happy to make a new video for you, just to answer the questions that you guys do ask. If you're new on this channel, make sure you subscribe and link that notification bell so you don't miss any of the videos that I'm here to share. And until in my next video, I say ciao.